All right, you're welcome again to another episode of Against All Odds. Now, we mentioned that we would be talking a lot about faith-based leadership and inspiring stories of individuals who made it despite the odds being against them. So tonight, we'll just have a quick look at the pictures of a leader. Pictures of a leader. I can imagine that some of you have pictures of people that you admire, pictures of people that you love and respect, and it's okay to have that kind of picture. But what we want to look at tonight is just about the pictures of leaders from the Bible, particularly the New Testament. And we'll be looking very closely at the excerpts or facts from the John Maxwell Leadership Bible. So we're looking at the New Testament pictures of a leader. The first picture of a leader, according to the New Testament, is the picture of a father and a child. A lot of people have fond memories of their dad, but some people don't. If you're one of those that have fond memories of your dad, then you'll remember that the picture of a father leading his child in their first steps, playing with the child, correcting the child in love, and doing things to make the child's life even better. Those are pictures of a father being a father that he is. The other thing is that we need to know that this picture shows a warm, loving relationship in which the leader nurtures and respects his or her followers. So, as a leader, a faith-based leader, Christian leader, you should be able to nurture your followers. When we talk about nurturing, it brings to mind the ability to feed, groom, just take good care, watch over, provide a safe haven, provide security, and things like that that will help the other individual to thrive and to grow. So we also see that the leader respects his or her followers. People follow you because of influence. People follow you because you have something to offer. And that is a trust that must not be betrayed. So when we talk about respect, we're talking about giving people the opportunity to be themselves and speaking to people in a considerate way, relating with them in such a way that you show them you value them and you respect what they bring to the table. That's the word again, respect. And okay, Apostle Paul said something very profound in 1 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 11. We'll just have a quick look at that. 1 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 11, where Apostle Paul, just bear with me, I'll bring that up. 1 Thessalonians 2:11, the Bible says that as you know how we exalted and comforted and charged every one of you as a father doth his children. So there are a few things the Apostle Paul is saying here. We exalted, we comforted and charged every one of you as a father doth his children. So we exhort, we give instruction, we comfort, and then we charge you. We tell you this is what you need to do. There's a tone of firmness in that language to give a charge or to do something like that. So that is the picture of a father and a child. The father and a child. Very, very, very interesting. Of course, I do remember my own father. Unfortunately, he's no more alive, but he was a symbol of sacrifice. And that is one thing a leader must have, a symbol of sacrifice. You must be willing to sacrifice things for the ones that you love. You must be willing to go the extra mile. Jesus sacrificed himself for us, and as a leader, you must be willing to go the extra mile to sacrifice. So that's it about the father and the child. There are about 12 of them, but we'll take just 2 tonight. The second picture is the picture of a husband and a wife. So this mirrors a supportive relationship where the leader supports, where they work hand in hand, they work like a team. It's not one person doing everything, but it's both parties working together. And in this situation, both parties understand their responsibilities. So the husband knows the responsibility, the wife knows her responsibility, and they both work together to make things happen. And in leadership, the leader knows his responsibility and allows the followers to fulfill their role. That is what a leader does, not just in a faith-based setting, but also in every corporate organization where the leader understands what he does. It's not about micromanaging, it's about everyone playing his part to make sure that the organization or the relationship prospers. So in the marriage relationship, the leader shows love and commitment. You can't love without sacrificing, and it's difficult to sacrifice genuinely with loving. So it still takes us back to the number one principle we talked about, where we talked about the father and the child. So in this situation, the leader shows love, genuine love, the love that makes the leader desire the best for the one he or she is leading. Then apart from love, we also talk about commitment. Commitment means that you are ready for the long haul. Commitment means that you believe in the other party and you're willing to make available your support, your everything that you can possibly make available in order to bring the very best out of the person. That is what commitment does. So that is what we see in leadership. So we look at 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 2, 2 Corinthians 11 verse 2. That was where the Apostle Paul was giving us a picture of what the leader looks like in this context. And in verse 11, in verse 2, it says, "For I'm jealous over you with a godly jealousy." So he notes that there is a degree of jealousy a husband has over the wife. When with that kind of jealousy, Paul describes it as a godly jealousy, not a jealousy that makes people do wrong things. So a leader must be protective of those who is leading. As a leader, you can't see someone going astray, making a mistake, and you keep quiet. You find a way to draw the person back to the right place and the right time. So it says that, "For I have espoused you to one husband, that I must present you as a chaste virgin to Christ." So we're talking about protection and a godly shielding from what is wrong. So I think we'll actually stop at this point. We would be able to take more on our next episode. And and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Let's do it quickly. Like the video, subscribe the video, and follow me on other channels like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Until then, keep winning against all odds.